Yo, what's up guys? Today's video is going to be about the Chicago Bulls head coaching search. There's been a bunch of rumors about potential candidates and such. So I'm just going to go over those names, talk about them a little bit and just learn more about them. And also stick towards the end of the video. There might be some more Bulls news, who knows. But yeah, before I get into the video, make sure you guys go into my community tab on my page and make sure you guys go vote who you would want the Chicago Bulls to sign as their head coach. I only put 3 names, so if it's none of them, make sure you leave a comment or anything. But before I get into the actual video, I just want to say thank you guys for 6K subs. I appreciate all the love and all the views and all the comments and all the likes recently. It's been crazy. And, I'm just happy that you guys are enjoying this content. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me and supporting me. But yeah, let's get right into today's video. There hasn't really been a lot of rumors about this man and the Chicago Bulls being connected. But I'd say he is one of the best coaches out there right now. I know a lot of people don't like him because he's made some comments. I don't know much about the comments and all that. I didn't really look into it. I don't really want to because, no matter what, it's going to be negative. And I try not to be negative. I'm always trying to be positive and such. And it's Mark Jackson. He used to coach Golden State and then Steve Kerr took over. I guess he was pretty much boycotted by the NBA because he said some negative things and some comments. I'm not going to get into that like I said. But he did say yesterday that he does look forward to being a coach again. And he was only a coach for 3 seasons with Golden State from 2011 to 2014. And his win-loss percentage is .52. And I'd say that's, above average, of course. He was a pretty good coach. I don't really know why he got fired. Honestly, because he built up Golden State and they, look at them now. But, I guess they picked the right coach with Steve Kerr. I'm sure Steve Kerr is a great coach, but let's be honest. I think any of us could coach Golden State when they had Kevin Durant. That team was pretty much unbeatable. And the next potential head coach is Kenny Atkinson. There also hasn't been a lot of rumors connected them. I know our assistant coach, he used to coach with Kenny Atkinson in Brooklyn. We signed him last offseason. I'm pretty sure his name is Chris Fleming. He's an okay assistant coach, I'd say. He was supposed to really help develop players, but I just really didn't see that this season. Same with Jim Boylen, he was supposed to help develop and, help our players grow, and that just didn't happen. But Kenny Atkinson is 52 currently. He was an assistant coach for the New York Knicks and Atlanta Hawks for 7 seasons, so he pretty much worked his way up to be a coach. And then he took over in Brooklyn in 2016. And they were a terrible team. They went 20-62. They slowly got better every year. And they made the playoffs back in 2018 and 2019, which surprised a lot of people. And in 2018, the team that made the playoffs was 42-40. That team was not that talented. They had a lot of young players. And a lot of the young players have nice things to say about Kenny. They really liked him as head coach. Even when he got fired this season, I saw a lot of players were shocked, even just players around the league. But you know why he got fired. KD and Kyrie, they're emotional. They're trying to get a new head coach and win a championship, so I don't blame them. But Kenny is a good coach, so it kind of surprises me that he got fired. I do believe he's the best or second best head coach on the market. But who knows with the NBA season being suspended right now. Like I said in my last video, the Bulls front office is pretty much just waiting for the season to end, or who knows, whatever Adam Silver says. And then they're going to go from there. Our new GM and vice president said they want to meet, our head coach and everyone involved, the medical staff and assistant coach and player development. So whenever the season comes back or they can travel, they'll most likely fire Jim Boylen. Because say the season does come back, they need a coach, to coach those few games left over because the Bulls aren't making the playoffs. So they might as well let Jim Boylen coach those final 10 or whatever, however games they're going to do it, and then fire him in the offseason when, of course, more coaches might get fired or, more names will come available. But Kenny Atkinson isn't a bad coach. His career win-loss percentage is a .38, which is pretty bad. But like I said, a lot of players really liked him. He got Brooklyn to the playoffs when nobody really expected that from them. So I'd take a chance on Kenny. But like I said, the Bulls are already kind of linked to two names. I believe Mark Jackson and Kenny Atkinson are probably two of the best, head coaching candidates out there right now. But like I said, there's a lot of rumors about the Chicago Bulls and Adrian Griffin being linked. Adrian Griffin used to coach with us, or be the assistant head coach with Tom Tibbs back in those days. And he also played for the Bulls. And you guys know the Chicago Bulls, they love, hiring old Bulls players or just anyone in the organization that are like linked or anything. So it wouldn't surprise me. I truly believe Adrian Griffin is the Bulls' #1 target right now, just because he is connected with the Chicago Bulls. He's also connected with Mark Eversley and Arturas. And another head coach that popped up is the Philadelphia 76ers assistant coach. I have no clue how to say this name, so I'm just going to throw it up. And he also has a lot of ties and is linked to our new front office as well, just like Adrian Griffin. So I believe Adrian Griffin and him are the #1 and #2 candidates. But like I said, who knows with this NBA season being suspended. But yeah, like I said earlier in the video, make sure you guys go to my community tab and vote who you want, or if their name's not there, leave some comments. I love to hear some feedback. And onto the second part of today's video. I always like discussing topics and such with you guys. So Bleacher Report put out an article today, and it's titled "Every NBA Team's Biggest Offseason Need." And Bleacher Report has our biggest offseason need, just pretty much a veteran point guard. I'd say Tomas Satoransky is a pretty solid point guard. I'd say he's okay. He gets our offense going. He looked like a good point guard for, I'd say, half the season. And then the second half, he was just really inconsistent and pretty much lost his starting job to a 19-year-old rookie in Coby White. I mean, I like Tomas Satoransky. I'm still, really high on him. I believe he will be a good six-man next year. I do like Sato off the bench. He's like a 6'7", 6'8" point guard. We could even slide him to the 2 or 3 if we really need to. But in this article, it's saying that the Chicago Bulls should sign a veteran point guard to help our offense and get us back into the playoff picture. And they say spending $5 million a year on a known veteran like DJ Augustin or JJ Barea could help us, get back into the playoffs. I agree. I like, the thought of the Bulls continuing to add veterans, but I don't really see us needing a veteran point guard. I mean, Coby White is obviously going to be our starting point guard next year. At least I believe so. His rookie season was incredible. Those few months when he was on fire, he was looking like the Bulls' best player. And like I said, Satoransky's a good backup point guard. I mean, he's been in the league for a while. Of course, he needs to continue to get better and just be more consistent. But I do believe Coby White can grow. I mean, he is only 19. I'm pretty sure he just turned 19 or 20 this year. I mean, he even said he's still learning the point guard position. But Coby White is going to be a playmaking guard in this league. I believe he will be a star in this league. I mean, he was taking over the NBA those few months. He was shooting the ball insane. I mean, I understand what they're saying. We should sign a veteran point guard, which I wouldn't be mad if we did. But we do have a lot of point guards on this team. We have Kris Dunn if he comes back, Coby White, Ryan, Archie, and Sato. I feel like that's a pretty solid point guard room. We just need Sato to be more consistent. And honestly, Coby White he needs to keep playing. He needs to start and just keep playing. I mean, he averaged pretty much 26 points and pretty much 5 assists in those 2 months when he was on fire. I mean, but he's still 19, 20 years old, I believe Coby White will get there. Hopefully, I mean, not this season maybe, but even if we don't sign a veteran point guard, I don't think that's really our biggest need. I honestly feel like our biggest need pretty much already happened, and that's just getting a new front office and head coach. Hopefully that's coming soon. Like I said in many of my past videos, the Bulls have a very talented roster. I mean, we are the second youngest team in the NBA, and injuries, of course, aren't helping. And Jim Boylen's terrible offense, or whatever you want to call that, didn't help our young players. They didn't trust him. They didn't like him. They didn't trust guard packs. They're pretty much gone. So I feel like the Bulls' biggest need already happened. Hopefully we just sign some more veterans this offseason, and hopefully the Bulls can just stay healthy next year and hopefully make a playoff push whenever the season comes back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Make sure you guys leave any comments or questions below. Have a good one.